What is up, Carolina fans? This is Phil Harris here at the Ruckin Roosters Show. I am joined with Nick and Matty right now. They are the LaSalle boys. We're waiting on Tom Brady to join us. Not that Tom Brady, another Tom Brady. These two gentlemen that are with me right now are freshmen on the Carolina Rugby team this year. All of them are from Maryland, I believe, from a high school called LaSalle where they all played together. Nick and Matty, how the hell are y'all?
Good. How you doing?
Great.
Not too bad, not too bad. I wanted to go through a quick little ad read that we have for the first time ever here on the Ruckin Roosters Show. This is for Balmer Associates. This is insurance brokers providing full service quoting, enrolling, and servicing for their clients in areas of health insurance, Medicare insurance, life insurance, long-term care insurance, and disability insurance. They are an independent insurance broker, so they can help you find coverages and the best prices available among the main carriers in your area. Robert Balmer has been doing this for 25 years. He is a USC alumni and played for Carolina Rugby from 87 to 89. And he now serves on the board of directors as the president for the Carolina Rugby Foundation. Robert Balmer would love to have Robert Balmer would love to help you with your personal insurance needs. Not too bad for the first read, and it's live. Here we are with Tom Brady as well. Tom, how the hell are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Not too bad. We're in the middle of this thing. So the first question, the way that I want to do this, guys, is, we can kind of take turns, or if you have a specific answer to this, you can jump in, but we'll kind of just play it by ear about how you want to proceed. The questions are pretty easy. The first one is, tell me about your high school rugby experience at LaSalle. I heard you guys were pretty good. Can you guys kind of talk about that?
Tom, you want to start?
First of all, Loyola Blakefield, out of Baltimore, Maryland. We were a pretty solid team. I think reaching as high as top 30 on Golf Rugby Report. I was a 2-year starter as well as Nick Dubois. Very good program depth there. We had a lot of guys. Especially last year, I think it was like 75 guys throughout the program. It was a very fun team to play on too.
Yeah, I agree with you, Tom. My experience with rugby in high school is a bunch of fun. I met a lot of my lifelong friends, and we got to play the sport we loved. So we're still doing it now.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think they hit it home, but it was just a great family of a team. A lot of fun, pushing each other, hard work. It was awesome.
I'm not too familiar with the Mid-Atlantic rugby scene, but it sounds like you guys were pretty dang good. Was it a group decision to come to Carolina, or is it just mainly a coincidence that it took place that way?
It was a coincidence. I was already coming here, and then Nick visited the rugby team.
Nice.
And got me to come out and play on the team, and I love it so far. So that was my experience.
Yeah.
What about you, Tom?
Kind of just coincidence. All of us ended up here, so we ended up playing too.
Very good. Hopefully, we'll create a recruiting pipeline from Maryland to Carolina. I think that'd be awesome. Speaking of that, have you been recruiting your former teammates? And can we expect more of those guys coming to Carolina next year?
Yes, we've been talking to a lot of the guys. I think we all have a group chat. We're still in the process. Everyone's getting the college stuff set up right now, but we're trying to plan some visits and everything. So I hope it goes well.
Very good. Let's talk about how you guys have settled in on campus, right? Freshmen, anxious, being away from home, that sort of thing. How's that experience gone for you guys?
It's been amazing for me. Classes are going well. Rugby isn't taking up too much time. Loving the freedom. It's awesome so far. Yeah.
Tom, how do you feel?
I think playing has actually made the adjustment pretty easy. I've been distracted doing something, so it's not really missing home at all. It gives me a family to be with. It's pretty good to still be able to play and making adjustment pretty easy on campus.
Very good. Nick, anything to add on that?
I love it. I love the food the best. Great food, and getting to hang out with my rugby boys all the time. It's like a family.
They still doing the chicken finger Wednesdays there at the cafe there?
At Russell?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. That tradition lives on. That's good to hear. Let's talk about the preseason. We saw some videos that came out on the YouTube page referring to the military style training in the preseason. It looked pretty intense. Were you guys there for that? Was like that like a moment like we're not in Maryland anymore type of experience? How did you guys feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. We were doing 2-day practices. Coming out of the summer, I think we were all pretty under conditioned, so it was pretty tough, but it was definitely helpful. Definitely helpful. Yeah.
Let's talk about what's been y'all's impression of Coach John Roberts and the rest of the Carolina coaching staff.
I'll start on this one. I love our coaching staff. I've learned so much since I've gotten here from Coach Roberts, Sergeant Major, Coach Luke. Everyone has just been helping out really well, and it's really structured and organized, it's a little bit of a change from high school where it was like most of us players having to step up and stuff. Now we have coaching helping us out and really just changing the whole program, changing the game for us. So.
How would you guys say the competition level is from, the SEC equivalent that we play in here at Carolina compared to the high school scene there in Maryland?
I mean, this may be different for Tom Brady, but at least for us wings, it's much more difficult. The wings in high school were always a little weak.
Okay.
They're more real players in the SEC. So
the packs that I've played against in the SEC are way bigger, way more physical, actually want to come hit. So it definitely makes a big difference playing forward as in the SEC versus forward in high school.
Very good. We've got one final serious question, then we'll get into the fun stuff here, guys. If there's a high school player out there that is watching this, what would you say to them if they're considering Carolina? What would you say to them, about coming to Carolina?
Cox by 90 is the best.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, I agree. It's unbelievable. I love it here. It's a family. That's the main thing. It's a brotherhood. Just being part of rugby has made my college experience amazing, and I wouldn't trade it for anything.
I mean, that's high praise right there for sure. I definitely agree. As a former player, it was a great experience. One of the best decisions I ever made to come to Carolina and play rugby there. Let's get into the less serious questions here. Do you guys have any idea about what the backstory of #WithTheButta is? Like, does anybody know what that's all about? I think it's from like years past, or at least last year is when it came on the scene. But have you guys gotten the backstory about that?
Someone told me a couple weeks ago, but I kind of forgot what happened.
Okay.
It had something to do with some like practice camp, and someone just said it when they like scored a try or something, and then something funny like that, something pretty stupid, but it stuck. So
right after this video, I will be speaking with some upperclassmen, so I'll get the full story on that. Have you guys interacted with CPAPI at all?
Oh yeah.
What's been your experience with CPAPI?
Tom, you want to start?
He's our leader.
Yes. Yeah. Do you guys have to? I don't know how the dynamic works. I would imagine that you guys have to lug him around everywhere that you guys go. Is that the case as underclassmen, freshmen? Yep. Okay. Well, he's pretty heavy. He looks, he doesn't actually look very slight, and he's not. He's a lot of dead weight, if you know what I mean. All right. So I've got some teammate questions here. The next one is, if you're going on, like, let's say a long road trip, you guys, go somewhere in the deep South, have to play a team, whatever. Who is driving the vehicle, and who's like navigating, and then who's responsible for the radio, like who's responsible for the tunes and that sort of thing? Who would you say on the team?
There are a couple. So there are a couple buses that we take. I know one of them is Jack Kelly.
Okay.
He always drives one, and I'm not sure who the others are.
Last time I think coming home it was me, Hernandez, and Jack Kelly driving buses. So
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
My driver, 100% chance. He's the man. I would choose him. On the radio, got to put Gavin Bennett.
Yes.
Got to put Gavin Bennett on the radio. And then navigation, I got to see Jelly. He's a very smart guy.
Yep. responsible. Yeah, it's going to get you where you need to go for
Yeah,
sure.
I agree.
Absolutely. Okay. This is some game day questions for you guys. Any game day superstitions that you're carrying over from high school to now?
I've never really had any superstitions. Just kind of listen to music, get my mind right. And that's
There you
pretty
go. That's actually the next question. So if you guys don't have anything, I'll go right into that one. Favorite game day song to listen to get you hyped up or in the zone?
God's Plan by Drake.
Okay. I'm familiar with that one. Yep.
Yeah, I love that song.
Tom, what about you, man?
Welcome to the Jungle, Guns N' Roses.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Yep. That's more of my style right there.
Oh yeah.
Mine
Matt,
is
you got one?
yeah, Mr. Glock by Key Glock.
Okay. Not familiar with that, but I'm sure it's fantastic. Favorite pregame snack? Are you like eaters before the game? Some people I know that like to do it on an empty stomach. What's your approach to that?
I don't eat before games. So I always wrestled, and I was used to being like light stomach, and I just grew used to that. So whenever I eat before games, I feel like I don't play as well. So
Yeah. Jimmy Dean croissant, bacon, egg, and cheese.
All right.
It's all
Very
sick.
good.
Always, every day.
Tom?
Can't eat before games. It just doesn't
I
feel right.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Same for me. Let's move right along to some Halloween questions, guys. We're in the month of October. It's quickly approaching. Favorite Halloween costume of all time, and I would like answers from all three.
Good one. We'll start that. Favorite Halloween costume. I'm gonna have to go with hopefully this year's. I think this year's is gonna be great. We're
All
going
right.
out. Matty Walsh as Jesus.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Been waiting.
Love it. Love it. Tom, what about you, man?
So I either think last year it was pretty good. I did a red coat, like the British are coming red coat. That was just
Okay.
funny. No one
Love it.
expected it. I've also seen pictures of Gavin Bennett in a nun costume, which I think is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one. I always go as Michael Myers. I'm like in my hometown of North Carolina. I'm the Michael Myers of my subdivision. So anytime you see Michael Myers on Halloween, it's always me in my hometown. Let me see here. Nick, do you have one?
My favorite Halloween costume that I was probably Ben 10 when I was like 5 years old. It was like, I don't know, we have a big picture of that in my house.
Very good, very good. All right, favorite, or let's go for least favorite and favorite Halloween candy. What's your best and worst Halloween candy out there?
All right, Whoppers is the worst. That's
Yes, garbage for sure. Throw those out. Yep.
my favorite is probably Twix. I really like Twix.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
I'll go worst candy corn. Disgusting.
Yep. It's very controversial, the candy corn. Some people like it, some people hate it.
I don't think it's any good. And I gotta go with Twix. Twix is really good.
Okay, Twix.
Yeah, least favorite, definitely candy corn.
Mhm.
And I'm going to go with Swedish Fish as my favorite. I love
Really? Not a
Yeah.
chocolate guy?
No, I'm more of
Okay.
like the Sour Patch Kids.
I'll tell you what I like is the Snickers, the small ones that you get. Oh, those are awesome. Let's see here. Who would you rather have to tackle? Okay, we've got Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, or Freddy Krueger. And I would like answers from everybody here.
I have no idea. Probably Michael Myers.
Okay. We actually broke this down on my other show, the Jacks Rangers show with the Free Jacks. And I keep asking this question because, it's spooky season, all that sort of stuff. And I get a lot of answers that Freddy Krueger would be easier to tackle because he's smaller. But I disagree. Like, you have to go with the big, tall guys, right? If you hit them low, they're going to go down like trees. So
Yeah, I like the tall guys, kind of like Nick.
I hear you. Nick, you got an answer on this one?
Yeah, I got to say Michael Myers. Probably, he just.
Tom?
Let's take Michael Myers.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Favorite scary movie?
Oh, that's a tough one.
The scariest movie, so I got to say it's the best one. The Exorcist is probably the scariest one.
Up there. Yeah, for sure. The Exorcist will stick with you. It'll, anytime you're in a dark room, the thoughts just go to The Exorcist there. Anybody else?
I'm trying to remember. There's this one movie, I completely forget the name of it, but it's like a Christmas themed movie, but just the son has a babysitter. This is like a serial killer. It's super creepy. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it. No, I've only seen it once. Thank God. It was a weird movie.
I'll tell you, for me, it's the classic Halloween. The original for me is up there. I also like The Exorcist as well. And another one that sticks with me is the miniseries version of It, not the one that came out in the theatrical release a couple years ago, but the one that was on ABC as a miniseries way back in the day in the 90s. That one still sticks with me for sure. Any paranormal experiences? UFO sightings, alien encounters, ghosts, anything like that?
Can't say I have.
I think this is something that you would remember, for sure, if you have. I'll tell you, I had Kyle the Eagle Sequera on Free Jack on my other show, and I asked him this question. He said no, but his former roommate used to not believe in dinosaurs, and I was like, that's not really what I was asking for, but that's interesting. Thank you for that. I did want to mention the With You weekend, guys. For everybody that's going to be watching this in the future, prior to November the 4th and 5th, keep in mind the With You weekend. Alumni, parents, guests, friends of the Carolina Rugby program are all welcome to come out and hang out with us for 2 days. Essentially, there's going to be a game in there on Saturday against Kennesaw State. Prior to that, on Friday, we're going to have our alumni game playing against some of these guys. I'm thinking maybe this is the year for me, man. I might play this year. I haven't practiced at all for it, so that would be a disaster for sure. But we'll see what happens. I'm definitely coming to the event, so it should be a good time. So make sure you get your tickets on the website at uscrugby.org. Pretty sure on that is correct. If not, whatever. Just look for it. Google it, USC Rugby. It's one of two choices. That's for sure. All right, guys. Any closing comments? We're talking to the freshmen here for the Carolina Rugby program, all of them from Maryland. Any thoughts about, obviously a big win against Clemson last weekend, right? That must have been really fun. Nick, I heard you scored a try. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I did. C-Pop, you saw me score. So
Perfect. Yeah, it's always a good time beating your biggest rival, right? Remember doing that back in my day, but it's been a long time since Carolina had beaten Clemson. So I definitely had a beer, drank responsibly, of course, and I am over 21. So I had a beer, just cheering you guys all the way up here in New Hampshire. So I appreciate you guys' time. Normally, we do a one-word association. Let's see if we can come up with something on the fly here. So I'm going to say one word or maybe two words. And the first thing that pops in your mind will go from Nick, Matty to Tom, preferably different answers if you can. So the first one is going to be Carolina. What do you got, Nick?
Rugby, to be honest.
Good one.
The whole thing is just about rugby. Like, all my brothers, all my friends are part of that. So that makes my whole college experience.
Matt?
Warmth.
Okay. That's true. Tom?
Winning. We don't lose.
Hell yeah. We're undefeated right now, so that would have been another good one. Gamecocks.
Football. I would just say football. I went to my first game a few weeks ago, and it was amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Always a good time there at Williams-Brice Stadium. Maddie, what do you got?
Best mascot in the nation.
Hell yeah. The most unique for sure. Like everybody's got the Tigers or the Bulldogs. Like it's just so common. Like, come on. Tom, what you got?
Okay, Gamecock by 90 easily.
All right, fair enough. Let's see here. What else I got for you? What about Horseshoe?
Beautiful. I agree. The Horseshoe is a nice place. I always see people like throwing the frisbee around or like throwing football, so it's a pretty cool place.
That's pretty similar but peaceful. Like I agree. Where I want to do homework in peace, I always go out there.
Tom?
It's always fun.
Okay.
Nice place. So.
I will mention that your head coach got dragged into playing rugby because he was on the Horseshoe passing around a football. So that's a little bit of trivia knowledge for you. He was on the Horseshoe. Some guy came up and said, "Hey, you ever played rugby before?" He's like, "Nope." And that's how he got dragged into playing rugby, and everything has fallen into place ever since. So the final one we'll say Oh boy. What do you think of when you hear the word undefeated?
Undefeated. Think of cock rugby, huh? We're undefeated.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully it stays that way. I know for sure we can do it. Got a great group of guys, so I'm all in.
Love to say the same thing.
Tom, what you got?
Our team.
Hell yeah. All right, boys. We say 2 words to get out of here. I said it at the beginning, Tom. You weren't there, but I'm sure you'll be able to pick up on this when I throw this up here. In 3, 2, 1. Spurs up, baby. Woo!
So.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.